Hi, it's Mark from Training Spark, and we're looking at version 4.4 of LearnDash. Version 4.4 was released on the 9th of November, and it was followed up shortly after by 4.4.0.1. So in this video, we'll take a quick look at both of those, and we'll start with 4.4. So just looking at things, there's nothing massively revolutionary in this update. It mainly seems to be some sort of minor features and bug fixes, and these kinds of releases are definitely worthwhile. It just keeps the plugin nice and stable and secure. But the actual features, I would say, are mainly ones for developers and people setting up courses rather than new features as such. But let's have a quick look at some of these. So they say here they've added the password reset page to the setup wizard. So if you go to your LearnDash platform, and then go to LearnDash LMS, at the top there's now this setup option here, and this might have been there for a while, but I've not really looked into it too much. But it's this sort of setup wizard that helps people set up their LearnDash platforms for the first time. So it's a nice onboarding set of instructions here. And there are a few steps to this. So there's 4 steps that start off with things like putting in your LearnDash license key. You choose how you want to use LearnDash, whether you're having one course or multiple courses. Choose whether you want to accept payments. And then you'll end up on a page like this, which is a summary page. And what it will do when you're first starting to use LearnDash is set up certain pages on your platform ready to use. And what it's saying here is that it will set up registration success, and reset password pages on your platform when you click save and complete here for this wizard. So it will actually create some WordPress pages for you to use as part of your course setup. And what it's saying here in this 4.4 update is they added this reset password page to this. So this looks to be something new as part of the 4.4 update. They've also added this thing, it says here, added index.php to LearnDash cache uploads directed to prevent file browsing. Now, you probably don't need to worry about this too much. Not many servers will actually have this issue, but I just wanted to show you what that is. If that, in certain server setups, they have something called directory index, I think it's called, and that would allow people to browse to certain folders in your computer or on your server and look at the contents of it. So as an example, if I went to GUI content, uploads, LearnDash, and then cache, in some setups you might have something like this where people can see what is inside that folder, and it looks to have some bits of information that might potentially contain some information about users and quizzes, and you obviously don't want that to be seen by anyone. And what they're saying here is that they're going to add an index.php file into this folder so that that wouldn't ever be seen. What you'd probably see as a blank page if you came to this. So, like I say, under most server setups, this isn't an issue because they would block file browsing in this way, but on certain environments, you might be exposed to something like this, and adding this index.php just adds an extra layer of security for those kinds of setups that prevents people from being able to browse this sort of thing and find information that you don't necessarily want them to see. So again, that's probably more something that your developers are more interested in than course creators, but it's an important one to have. The next two are some shortcodes and blocks here that they've added. So if I just create a new page, we can have a quick look at what they are. So if I just say example page here, what they're saying is that they've got a reset password block / shortcode. So they would probably have a shortcode as well as the block. If you're using Gutenberg edited like this, what you would do is click on this plus option here and search for LearnDash, and they've got this LearnDash reset password block here, which basically seems to add the reset password functionality into any post or page or anything like that. So let's just give that a whirl by publishing this page. And what we'll do is just open this in a new private window to see what that looks like. And as you can see, within a page, we've now got that option to reset a password, whereas typically you'd have to do this via your WP login page or something, and it's not usually the nicest experience, whereas what you could do here is bring this into a page so it's more within the brand of your website. So that's that shortcode. And the other one is login form functionality added to the LearnDash registration block. So let's get rid of this one, and we'll add another block here and just search for LearnDash again, and so we'll choose this LearnDash registration block here. And what I think they mean by this, because this already existed, is that they've added this option to log in at the top. So if I was to save that page and then just open it again in the private window, if someone hit this page, they'd be encouraged to register for the platform. But from what I understand here in this changelog entry here, is saying they've added login form functionality to it. So if I just refresh that, we've got this login option here, which actually doesn't do anything at the moment. But I think the intention is that would open up some window that logs you in. I mean, that might be a theme issue that's preventing that from happening, but as I understand, that's what that is. Going back to the changelog, we've got this added filter in purchase invoice PDF. I'll probably not go into what that is because it's probably somewhere within the purchase settings, but aside from these, there's just a few updates and bug fixes within that 4.4 release. So coming on to the 4.4.0.1, which was released very recently, it says added setup wizard. There's not a huge amount of context there, but what I'm wondering if that means is this setup wizard is now there, available as part of the interface, so you can get to it nice and easily. And we might do a separate video on how to use this in the future, but this is, from what I gather, they've now added this here. And we've got added in-app support documentation. And what I think that is under LearnDash LMS, we've now got this help option, and it sort of links to this knowledge base where you can find certain things and search for things. So, I don't know, search for a lesson. And we've got these instant answers here. And I think this is a really useful tool for just being able to find things nice and quickly without having to browse around for the LearnDash knowledge base. You can get to this nice and easily just via your own LearnDash interface here. So you've got this really nice interface here with a quick access to create a support ticket if you need to. And I think this is what's been added as this new 4.4.0.1 update, and a really nice addition there. So we hope you found this useful, and if you did, please give the video a like, and if you'd like to see more like this, please subscribe to the Training Spark YouTube channel.